So today I'm going to explain what is dramaturgical perspective. Why I've chosen this topic is there was a question last year, 2023, in the sociology paper one. Although this topic is not mentioned in the syllabus, at least not explicitly mentioned in the syllabus, but the examiner can be justified because idea of dramaturgical perspective emerged and inspired by the works of George Herbert Mead. George Herbert Mead has talked about I and me as two aspects of human personality. And I here refers to our natural self. Me refers to the self that is socially shaped. And there is a conflict between the two. So, how we try to resolve this conflict? That is the issue which Erving Goffman emphasizes on, who was influenced both by George Herbert Mead as well as Herbert Blumer. And that is why we can also call him a symbolic interactionist. So, dramaturgy is a micro level perspective on social interaction in everyday life, day to day life. Now, dramaturgical perspective studies the way people try to accomplish their goals in everyday life by giving meanings to their situation. For example, a teacher in the classroom. So, this is an example of everyday interaction. Teacher in the classroom constitutes the social situation. And here, the teacher has a goal. His goal is to convince the students that he is a sincere and a good teacher. So he tries to act in a way as to convey this impression. So dramaturgical perspective imagines the social situation as organized like a drama in a theater in which people behave like actors. They present different versions of their self, like the characters in a play. The character sometimes plays a king, or the actor sometimes plays as a thief, sometimes as a servant. So there are different aspects of the self which are displayed in different situations. Same way, the teacher presents one version of himself in the classroom. He is presents a different version altogether in the family, and yet another with his friend. So each of these situations can be compared with a drama in a theater. Now, Goffman has identified the parts of the situation. First part of the situation is the audience. That means the people towards whom we are addressed. In the example I have taken of a teacher, the students constitute the audience. And the audience has certain expectations from the actor, which he tries to fulfill through performance. So another part of the drama is performance. Performance means carefully designed conduct to create certain impression upon the audience. As I mentioned earlier, in the example of teacher, the performance is so designed by the teacher that the student should feel that he is indeed a good teacher. Now, another part of the situation is the front stage. Front stage is the region or the area where performances are enacted. If I go back to the same example which I have mentioned earlier, classroom is the front stage where teacher enacts his performance. And the front stage has two parts. One, the physical setting. There is a board, there is a podium, there may be various other instruments which are needed, a projector to show slides on the board and things like that. So there is a physical setting. Then there is a personal front. Personal front refers to the dress, the manners, the speech, expressions, etc., by which the teacher is trying to convince the student that he is a good teacher. So he is trying to create the impression. That is called the personal front. If I take another example, a doctor may have a stethoscope around his neck, he may wear a surgeon's gown, he may have other equipment related to health in his clinic. So that is the physical setting. And The dress, manners, and expression of the actor is the personal front. Now, in order to create the desired impression, certain things are deliberately highlighted intentionally, and others are hidden to avoid, failure to create the right impression. For example, the teacher may try to show that he is very knowledgeable, and he may not reveal that he is actually carrying lecture notes from where he is reading. So the lecture notes may be hidden. Then, yet another part of the situation is the script. That means the actor acts according to the script as it happens in a drama or a movie. Here, the script refers to the norms of society which govern actors' performance. Then there is a backstage. Backstage is the region where performances are abandoned, dropped, maybe even contradicted. Here, the actor tries to be his natural or her natural self. I'll give you an example. A politician delivering a long lecture on prohibition may come home and tell his servant to give him a peg of scotch because he is tired lecturing on prohibition. So, drinking scotch is the backstage. Talking on prohibition is the front stage. Now, along with this, there may be a team, other actors who may facilitate the main actor, like teacher may have his assistant. So in this way, Goffman says people display different aspects of their personalities in different situations through carefully designed presentation of self and impression management to achieve their goals. Thank you.